This little girl wakes up and finds that she is changing. First is her mouth, then her feet, and then her entire body becomes small. The parents don't believe that this chicken is their daughter. They put her in a cage to lay eggs for money, then finally make chicken soup. Because she ate a magic candy, these women have two-sleeved green snakes. They want to change all the children in the world into animals, wearing heavy makeup, concealing her wide mouth. When the doors are closed, they take off their wigs to show incomplete hands and feet. Row by row, they all remove their wigs, revealing her huge mouth. They are the most evil witches. This witch has many sores on her head, overgrown with thousands of worms. She is called the Grand High Witch, killing without even blinking. Then she takes out a single bottle of a potion that can transform children into vermin. Greedy Bruno is the first to be changed. She steals another little boy, closing the door. Witch doesn't want to be exposed, reaching 40 meters into the vent to capture the mice. Fortunately, the little white mouse has escaping experience. They escaped. As they are running away, the maid also sees them. The little brown mouse, Hero's grandmother, sees the mice rushing into their room, terrified of getting heart disease. The maid shoves the grandmother into the room with no time for her to complain. The little black mouse, Hero, comes out. Hard to believe because the little mouse is so fat, but the mouse is of the same color as him, so she believes. The strange power of changing people into animals. Grandma should have known this earlier, because her old friend changed into a chicken. Grandma learns that the witches have finally reappeared into the world. She knows that the female witches only target the poor. She takes her grandson to a 5-star hotel. She never thought she would come across the witches there. Hero and all of his friends have changed into mice. Wanting to change back, lowers himself down into a sock, and then stealthily enters the High Witch's room, stealing the bottle with the potion. At this time, the doorbell rings, and Hero jumps out of the sock. Back into the room, Grandma and his friends are making the antidote, and then all of them hand in hand stand around. The antidote has failed. The children are still unable to change back, but Hero is happy.
I actually don't mind being a mouse. I get to hang out with my new friends all day, don't have to go to school anymore.
To prevent the witches from changing my children, Hero pours the potion into the soup to change all the witches into mice. By doing what he can and exacting karma, he just needs to do it.
Yes, chef. Brian, there's no crown in my kitchen.
The potion is successfully into the soup. Now, all they need to do is just wait for the show. Bruno's parents are sitting in the very fancy cafe at the hotel. Grandma pulls out a single mouse. Bruno's mother screams while his father threatens to call the manager.
Get away from us before I call the manager!
Grandma is the only one able to carry the 3 mice to find the witches joined together. As we showed you before, all the witches drink the soup with the added potion. Just then, the High Witch notices something out of the ordinary.
Many years ago, what a shabby little town. But she got away from me. Remember? But I got that horrid little friend of yours.
After speaking her threats, the potion starts to work. Purple fireworks begin to explode in the banquet hall, making a complete mess. Afterwards, they need to go make an antidote. Grandma is responsible for the heavy lifting. Hero is responsible for the potion. But the High Witch has come back, showing her claws as she faces the others. Grandma starts slowly backing up because she sees Hero setting up a trap. But the High Witch is shot straight into the roof. Because she is a powerful witch, she changes into a large rat. The High Witch is useless now. Grandma opens the suitcase, completely filled with bank checks. Also a single journal that has all the witches' names and addresses. Having this, they can change all the witches in the world into rats. As for the witch, she might not end well. As the story ends, she comes to Bruno's parents again to explain the ins and outs of the situation, but Bruno's mother's fainted on the spot. But it's okay, the friends can have a happy life together. Being rats isn't always that bad. The movie, The Witches, is a standard children's fantasy film, and it's a huge hit recently, with Anne Hathaway's brilliant performance even making children cry. Adults will think it's quite naive, but isn't this the fairy tale of defeating a witch? But in fact, the meaning is quite very heavy. Hero lost his parents in a car accident, his only family left. His grandmother is also suffering from a chronic illness. Changing into a mouse, Hero's life is much shorter than it was. What's worse is the subtle racial marks and cues within the film. However, Hero's smile to death tells us, maybe love and company is the real antidote. My name is Mia, and I'm your movie commentator. See you the next time.